Welcome to the Online Zone right here on Card Player TV. I'm your host, Julio Rodriguez, and today we're going to talk to Jeremiah Vinsant, also known as Believer8219. How you doing, Jeremiah?
Hey, Julio. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and I know you're doing well because you've been on a pretty sick run lately.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome.
Okay.
1K Monday twice last 2 months. It's pretty crazy. That's one of the tough tournaments online.
Well, you might as well get into the results then. So you mentioned that you won the Monday 1K on Full Tilt twice now in the last month. You also won the Sunday 100K guarantee. You also won the Wednesday $250,000, and I mean, numerous top finishes in the big rebuys online. It's safe to say that this has been a great year for you, but I want to talk about the Monday tournament specifically. That's supposed to be one of the toughest tournaments online, and yet you've already taken it down twice.
Yeah. Last year I won it about this time a year ago, and then I came into this year and just decided like last year I didn't play as much and kind of lost focus and didn't do as well throughout last year. And I came into this year deciding I was going to grind it out, play a full schedule, try to improve my game. And but yeah, the 1K Monday is a really good tournament. I like the structure a lot. You get 5,000 chips, and you have a lot of time to work with the blind structure and everything.
Now, what about the competition in that tournament?
Well, all the top players play that tournament. It's a really good tournament. My last final table had a Titanum 32, I believe. He played really well. But I actually had a kind of a easy final table at the 1K this last Monday compared to normal. There was a lot of random players that actually didn't play too well, you know. A lot of satellite players at the final table.
Do you think Full Tilt's...
I had an easier time at it this time than the time before.
Do you think Full Tilt's doing a better job of getting the lower stakes players to satellite in?
I really don't know too much about the satellite options between like PokerStars and Full Tilt because I really don't play any of the satellites. I'm not sure about that, but they do get a pretty good field. And their payout structure is a little bit better in Stars. They pay out a better top structure than Stars does.
Now,
Prize pool.
Now, that's actually been a topic of discussion recently, is the payout structures. Some players really like the flatter payout structure that PokerStars has, and some people prefer the more top-heavy Full Tilt structure. I assume since you're taking down so many of these tournaments, I assume that you prefer more top-heavy.
Yeah, that's correct. I think Stars changed some of their payouts recently. As I noticed last couple of Sundays, the Sunday Million they have, the prize pool's first place is about $220,000. So I think they changed it because previously that it used to be about $180,000 with the same amount of players. So I think they did change their payout structures in some tournaments, which is good. That's about like $50,000, $40,000 more for first.
Now, adversaries of this would argue that, the flatter a tournament is, the more money that stays in the poker community, which is better overall for everyone. What do you say to people who think that to prolong this poker boom, if you will, we should keep the payouts a little flatter?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it is true. I mean, for like the beginners and people like that they want to, they just want to cash. They have money in their poker account. They want to continue to play, so that's actually a good thing, But I think certain tournaments maybe should have a different payout. Like the 109 rebuy every day should be a higher payout because beginners aren't really going to play that tournament too much anyway. And maybe they could like change it from tournament to tournament. Like the $10 buy-ins, they could pay out a lot more places because beginners are playing those, and they could change them to certain tournaments.
Interesting. It would be tough to distinguish between what is a pro-heavy tournament and what isn't, but that's definitely something that they should look into. Now, I want to talk a little bit about how you got into poker. I know you're from Tennessee, so you must be a big Vols fan, I guess.
Yeah. I watch a little bit of college football.
I got my Gator hat on so I could talk some
Yeah.
trash today. But yeah, how'd you get into poker over there in Tennessee?
I think I was about 19 or 18, 20 or whatever. Started playing this home games with some of my friends. I remember the first thing I ever won that was like a big prize pool to me was a $100 buy-in, a 9-man sit and go, or it was like a little tournament. There was like 10 people. And we had like rebuys and everything, and I ended up winning that first place for like $1,000, and that was the first big thing I ever won. I was like, wow, you can make a lot of money playing poker.
Not too bad.
And then I signed up on Paradise Poker. That was one of my first sites I ever signed up on, and I played like $1, $2 limit. Put like $30 on it. Kept doing that, and that's, you know,
What was
hours and
the
hours every day.
What was the big score for you that kind of made you think, hey, I could do this professionally?
Back when I first started playing online Poker Stars, the highest limits Poker Stars had was 200 and 400 no limit. I mean, not 200, 400, I'm sorry. 2-4 no limit. That was the highest limits they had when I first started playing on Poker Stars. So I played a little bit of cash games, a little bit of a tournament, and you know, I cashed in some for like 5,000-6,000. My first big score was the WSOP in 2005 when I won a satellite on Poker Stars and got 482nd place for 15,000. So that was my first big score in 2005. I mean, to me, 15, you know.
Well, it's interesting. I got to point it out that, you know, based on your screen name, I'm going to assume you're born in 1982, which would pretty much make you the oldest online player who ever lived.
That's true. I am. Oh, thanks. I'm basically 30, you know. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right up there with Bax, I guess, as one of the oldest.
Oh, God.
No, but that's interesting. Like, how does it feel when, you know, you're at least, you know, 4, sometimes 5, 6 years older than the people you're playing against, these young guys who really make up the online community?
I mean, they're all great players. I mean, they put in tons of hours, you know, like probably 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, just studying the game and playing and playing and playing, and that's what it's all about, you know. I mean, they put in a lot of time and effort and work, and they deserve everything they've gotten, you know.
Cool, man. So,
like it's Stevie 444, you know, like he's what, 20 years old now.
Stephen Chidwick, yes.
Huh?
Yeah, Stephen Chidwick. I think he's
He
he's
crushes
British.
everything. He's like 20 years old.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. I'm glad for him. I mean, that's pretty cool to do, you know, when you're that young.
Now, who are the guys you looked up to, you know, back when you were starting on Paradise and slowly moving to Poker Stars?
Well, I always remember Bax and Sheets in the tournament. Like, they were the guys I always noticed and played with. Viffer, he was the guy that I always played with in the 2-4 no limit cash games. You know, he plays on high stakes poker now, I think.
Yeah, David Pete.
Yeah. I always played with him. Who Bangin', like I played with him a lot. He's still around playing some tournaments. It's some like old timers. Donald, I always played with him a lot.
It's amazing that they're old timers now, just 5 years after the fact.
And Pete the Beat, yeah, I remember him in every tournament I played.
Pete Giordano, yeah.
Pete the Beat, yeah. There's guys like that. That's who I started out playing with when I kind of first started.
Now, online poker is really the only option for you in Tennessee. I mean, have you? I know you're going to make the trip out for the summer. How often are you traveling during the year?
This year I went out to the Bahamas at the beginning of the year. That's one of my favorite trips. But and after that I haven't. That's the last place I went this year. After the World Series, hopefully I want to start traveling more to more WPT events and some overseas and stuff. I want to hit up Aruba this year.
That's definitely one of the nicer locations.
Yeah, I've never been, so I really want to try to go. And I want to try to go back to Australia again this year to the APPT and maybe play the other one they have out there after the APPT.
So, you know, we're only a week away from the World Series. What's your schedule going to look like?
I'm sorry?
Your schedule for the World Series of Poker?
I'm going to be playing more events than I did last year. I'm going to play about mostly all the no-limit hold'em events. I'm not going to be playing the 40K, unfortunately, but
I think there's better spots, right?
yeah. But I'm going to be playing probably about 30 tournaments, I guess. I'm not sure of my exact schedule yet. It changes a little bit as I go along.
That definitely sounds like the majority of them.
But yeah, definitely playing the main event and all that.
Cool, man. All right, well, I'd like to thank you for being on the show.
Okay, thanks a lot, Julio.
All right. I'd like to thank you guys for watching the Online Zone right here on Card Player TV.